We're still following up developments in Egypt as they unfold. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi cut short his visit to Ethiopia to return to Egypt following the terrorist attacks that happened earlier on Thursday in North Sinai. This is the despicable face of terrorism. Those terrorists who do not want Egypt to regain back its leading role, which is actually happening on more than one front, regionally and internationally. Discussing furthermore, we have with us Mrs. Hanan Tahir, renowned political analyst. Thank you very much, Mrs. Tahir, for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, as we said, this is the despicable face of terrorism. Why Egypt? We all know why. Because we are moving forward, because many steps has been achieved on the roadmap towards political and also sustainable development in the different projects that Egypt is witnessing, and also politically. The president has been working on more than one level, and Egypt's foreign policy has been strong like ever, defending Egypt's leading role in the region. Well, this had coincided with the AU summit that is currently taking place in Addis Ababa. The president cutting short his visit should be coming home, and those terrorists do not want Egypt to be the strong Egypt that is always there, right?
This is true. This is true. Actually, we recognize this after the 30th of June. It's not new, and I think all the Egyptian people, they were expecting this. We are not surprised. We know how they are, and we know why they are doing that. As long as Egypt is a very strong country, and the Egyptian army is the strongest in the area and one of the strongest in the world, we will expecting all the time that Egypt will be a target. And let me tell you, because I studied history as part of my academic studies as well, that Egypt was always a target, not from the modern time. This is from even the time.
Right.
You know, we had the Hyksos before, we had the Hittites before, we had the British occupation, we had the French occupation. So it was always, maybe not in our modern time, not in our generation. This is the first time we faced that in our generation. But Egypt, as a history, it faced more than this, and all the time we won, and all the time the Egyptian army was the winner in any war we had before.
Right. Well, emerging winners also because we find almost the people, the army, the shield of the nation, and the people supporting the army and the police. The Egyptian sense of awareness currently is there on the surface, and is quite evident in such circumstances. We find ourselves together one hand against terrorism, against any sense of extremism. So this sense of awareness of the Egyptian people, how can we support the armed forces and the police meantime?
I will tell you from my point of view that first of all we leave them to do what they have to do. I mean, we don't interfere, because sometimes there is behind the scene more than what we can see as citizens or as just normal people. So we have to trust our leadership, we have to trust our president, we have to trust our army and how strong the army is, how strong our police and security men are, and we have to lead them, because some people, they say they have to do that and they shouldn't do that. Now we don't see everything. This is number one. The second thing is we have to show them how we support them, even by words. I mean, when I see some soldiers anywhere we are securing some areas or public areas, we can just stop for a few minutes, for a second even, and say, thank you very much, we are behind you. All the Egyptians are standing behind you. And we have to show the Western world how all the Egyptians are supporting their president in any decision he takes any time, and supporting our Egyptian army forever. We are one with the army and with all our leaders in Egypt. So we have to show the world, and we have to improve that, and we prove it actually day after day by showing them how we trust them 100%.
And we have with us Major General Hussein Abdelrazek, strategic analyst. Major General Abdelrazek, first of all, condolences on the series of the terrorist attacks in North Sinai. This is the despicable face of terrorism that does not want Egypt to regain back its leading role. The army did severe blows to terrorist elements in North Sinai, right? General Abdelrazek. General, can you hear me, sir? I guess...
I'm afraid, I'm not listening clearly, to your let's agree.
Can you hear me, General? Can you hear me?
Not clear. As a matter of fact, not clear.
Okay, we will be calling you right away shortly, Mr. General. The continuation of the roadmap and Egypt taking steps in that regard, the terrorists are definitely trying to block the road because we took steps on the road. We have the parliamentary elections. We have a major economic conference where the whole world is invited. So our vision, I guess, is clear.
This is true, but I think also they didn't expect President Sisi to go that fast. He's doing more than what he should do in very short time. We started with Suez Canal project, which was really a big surprise to everyone, and we are preparing for a big economic conference coming soon, and I think what's going on now, it's just because of the conference more than anything else.
Yeah, the reaction of the whole world.
This is true. This is true.
Feel the beat in Egypt.
This is true, and to gain the trust back and to come to invest back in Egypt and tourism and investment, they don't want Egypt to be a strong country. And I think all what they do, and they announced that. It's we are not going to allow you as a country to do this conference, which is coming very soon. So they know that the visits of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi as well, starting from Algeria till the last one maybe in Addis Ababa, which he didn't even complete it. It was to encourage people and the investors to come to Egypt and to call them and to invite them for the conference. And this is what they don't want for Egypt. And that's why they are doing more and they increase, but we don't care. We are strong and Egypt is strong and our Egyptian army we trust 100% and is very strong.
The continuation of the roadmap, we do have the parliamentary elections. This is the last stage. Considered to be the last step in the roadmap.
This is true, and that's why also because since they announced that the people will start the promotion and they fix the date for the parliament, the others they started to increase more their terroristic accidents and buildings everywhere in Egypt. So actually the parliament is one of the reasons, and because they know that this is all done, all the murder is done except for the parliament. This is coming very soon.
Right. We have with us General Hussein Abdelrazek, strategic analyst. General Abdelrazek, condolences on this despicable act, the series of terrorist attacks in North Sinai, and it comes definitely as a response because the army has been strong enough there and in Sinai and dealt severe blows to terrorist elements throughout the past days. Right, General? General Abdelrazek.
Yes, Mr. Reed. Really, we are very sad about this terrorist attack against our army in Sinai. But as I told you before, if you remember, we are going in a very long and severe war against terrorists. Right. And such things was expected. You have to connect this action to the occasion of the 25th of January, and all these big parts have been made by the Brotherhood, and the elements belong to them, and we expect a major action to be occurred somewhere. So it was not, but I would like just to say that this action is carrying the fingers of intelligence. It is not like a normal attack against our army in Sinai, but it has been planned and conducted and financed by some, you can read that, you can smell this from the smoke of the action.
And the change also of tactics.
Intelligence organization, are planned and financed and directed this action to occur this way. And but I would like to say that right now we have to be, we have to be stand firm, behind our army, behind our leadership, and to realize that we are in a real war, administrative. You have to realize that, and you have to understand that the main goal of these elements is to have Egypt break down, is to have Egypt dismantled, is to have Egypt like Iraq, like Syria, like Libya. But it would never happen. We know that we are in a real fight, and you know our determination to win this battle, and we will win this battle.
We will win this battle with the sense of trust of the Egyptian people in their army, the shield of the nation. The army has been giving severe blows to terrorist elements in North Sinai, and there has been examples of successes that we have heard in the past days, General.
Yes, I agree with that. It is that what has happened come as a result of our successful operation against these elements in Sinai. But they want to send a message to Egypt that we evacuated the area of the border and we can reach anywhere. So this is the message from the terrorist elements to the Egyptian, we can reach anywhere. But I